Well, New York City Public Schools, they are set to begin a ramped-up COVID-19 testing program. That is when classes resume this Monday.
And when a student tests positive for the virus, their classmates will be allowed to keep coming to school as long as they test negative. But our next guest would go a step further and have everyone present a negative test before schools reopen next week. Joining us now, incoming New York City Comptroller Brad Lander. Thank you so much for being here, sir.
Good morning. I hope you had a good holiday and good days at the end of the year.
Appreciate that. You know, as the mayor laid out his vision, he said it's just not feasible to get everyone tested before the school resumes. When you step into office this weekend, is that something you're still going to push for? Is that actually possible?
It is great that the mayor and the mayor-elect announced yesterday a plan to increase testing, to double the number of kids. I think we can go even further. But yes, one thing that we could do by Monday, which would be great, is to either get at-home tests in the hands of every student, prioritize them to come to our city H&H clinics, or just have school staff administer those at-home tests right at the door of the building when kids come back into school on Monday, or we could make it Monday and Tuesday. And that would just go one step further. With Omicron spiking, everybody could know we're going to test all our students, we're going to test all our staff as they walk into the building or in those couple of days before they walk into the building on Monday, so our schools would be open and all our kids and teachers would be safe.
But can that even happen? I mean, we've seen people standing in lines wrapped around the block. And so are you saying that the people with kids should be sort of ushered to the front of the line? I mean, it doesn't seem like that can actually happen.
Well, Boston put 2 tests in the hands of every public school student, and we could do the same. So you could say, come to one of our clinics Monday or Tuesday, and there'll be 2 at-home tests for every student to be able to take home. Or, yeah, we could just take the rapid test, the at-home test that Governor Hochul is assigning precisely for our students, and give them to every school. And they could be available on Monday morning when you come. I don't know if you've done one of those at-home tests, but it just takes a minute. And then right then and there on the spot, school staff could take a look, and that means kids with negative tests walk right into their classrooms and everybody knows they're safe. And any kids who test positive because they were exposed over the break, they go home for a couple of days. This is a way to get our schools open safely. Look, it's an ambitious effort. I don't want to say it would be easy, but I think people would like to see that kind of ambitious effort right now. The lines outside of a school to make sure everybody's safe. I bet the PTA would bring hot chocolate and maybe the band would play some music. It would feel a lot better than those long lines outside of clinics.
Certainly so, because we've seen them wrapped around the buildings. It is ambitious, to say the least. Now, that mandate would call for all students and all staff. However, for the students to get tested, you have to have parent consent. And right now, I do know that you do not have 100% compliance from all the parents. So that already throws a wrench into the plan. Would there be a plan B how to better implement this? Because you probably will not get 100% consent from all parents to have their students tested.
One thing I think we should do is shift to give parents the right to opt their kids out of testing, but to assume that everyone is going to be tested unless parents opt them out. Right now, we're only testing those kids whose parents have explicitly signed a form, but we could just flip it around and say, look, we're going to start testing all our students. The mayor and mayor-elect yesterday announced a plan to increase from 10% to 20% testing, which I think is great. Let's make that of all students. And if you don't want your kid tested, then you can sign a piece of paper to opt them out and say, I don't want it to happen. So we still have parent choice, but that would dramatically scale up the number of kids who are being tested in our schools. That's a good idea, whether we test everybody on day 1 or just as we move up to this 20% of kids getting tested every week.
So this would have to be implemented under incoming Mayor Eric Adams. What's the conversation been like with him? Because for this to happen next week, you have to have a serious, concrete plan in place. And it sounds like right now it's an ambitious idea.
Well, look, you know, the mayor-elect and I are talking on a frequent basis, and I love the energy he's bringing to the job, the desire he has to make sure our schools are safe and open. He and I have already launched a joint task force together to start getting our nonprofit human service providers paid on time. And then look, if this is going to happen, then definitely the mayor and the chancellor would have to step right up and say, we're going to do it. Again, I appreciate what they announced yesterday. They're encouraging all kids to get tested. Let's go one step further and make sure they can all get those tests.
And stepping back a little bit in your role in general as city controller, as you start this new operation, what are your priorities here when it comes to potentially auditing some departments to see how things are running and where things need to be fixed up?
Great question. Job one is precisely the resources that we're using to confront the pandemic. You know, last year we got about $14 billion in commitments from the federal government for COVID relief. And that's everything from testing to supporting small businesses to supporting our kids as they come back into schools. But we have not had a really good eye on where that money's going, on what's been spent already, on what things that we've started to spend on are going to keep requiring that we spend new money year after year, even though that federal money is just one time. So I'm going to dive in right away to start auditing the COVID relief money from the federal government so we can spend what remains wisely, make sure we're getting a good recovery, that our city is reopening, but also that we're not making commitments to spend in the future money that we won't have.
And not a lot of time here. We're supposed to sort of duck out, but a lot of people asking a lot of questions about the Thrive program from within the last administration, mental health issues. About $1 billion or so has been spent on that particular project, but a lot of questions about what the results are. Is it time for an independent review of exactly what went wrong there, what happened, and what can be fixed as we move forward?
We absolutely need to spend our money on mental health in far better ways. And we're seeing that, obviously, the increase in street homelessness, the increase in serious mental illness that we've seen during the pandemic. We need the smartest, most effective, and wisest ways to spend our city resources, both that one-time federal money and ongoing money that the city spends every year to provide people support for mental health issues. So yes, I will definitely audit it and make sure that the mayor-elect and his team can spend that money in the smartest and wisest ways possible.
All right, we'll see what happens with those audits. Brad Lander, always a great time chatting with you. We'll see how this comes out and comes to play with kids heading back to school next week.
Thank you so much. Have a great, happy new year.
You too.